You don't make any determinations when it comes to looks?
No, I told him I don't have a preference.
You have no preferences with looks?
No, I don't.
You have no preferences with looks?
It's true.
So you would date Brian?
Well, personality-wise, now that I've gotten to know him, that's different.
If he came up to you and said, "Oh, can I get your number?" you would say yeah.
Maybe if he approached me that way, I probably wouldn't. But based off the looks, then I wouldn't disagree
Wait,
to
what?
it.
In a perfect situation, if he approached you and was like, "Hey, my name's Brian. Would like to take you out. Here's my number. Or
Yeah.
can I have your number?"
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm still confused.
Were you not paying attention?
No, I was paying attention, but
She said yes if you approached her the right way.
Yeah.
how's that related to looks?
It's not.
It's not.
That's the point.
She just said, like...
She's basically saying she would determine. She doesn't look at looks. She would determine by the way someone approaches her.
So I think everybody's attractive, but just because you're attractive doesn't mean you get a date or a number.
You think everyone's attractive?
Yeah.
What?
It's true.
This sounds like some kumbaya bullshit to me.
It's not.
Oh my. So you don't think there's objective beauty?
I'm sure there is. There's beauty standards. There's, stuff like that. But I just don't agree with that.
Do you have a celebrity crush?
I don't think so. I don't like celebrities or put.
Would you rather date an obese guy or like an athletic guy?
Well, that's different because that's a health issue.
Yeah,
Of
but it
course,
has to
I
do
don't
with
want to date
looks.
somebody who isn't healthy, and that's totally different. But I don't think
Okay.
he's ugly. He probably has a beautiful face, but
Well,
he is unhealthy.
ignoring the health implications of obesity, which one do you find more aesthetically pleasing?
If we're talking aesthetic, then that's not really, like.
Devon Jackson donated $69. I believe her on the looks thing about as much as I believe her on the waiting till marriage thing, which is to say, I don't.
Boom, roasted.
Thanks for the opinion.
So you were about to say, go ahead.
I forgot what the question was.
You were about to say that you don't care about looks or something?
I don't. I mean, I think everybody is attractive, but that doesn't mean just because you're attractive, you get a date or you get a number. I
Right.
think there's
Okay. So
more
I asked
to
you just on
dating than just-
aesthetics. You were about to say something about
aesthetics. I don't have an aesthetic. I don't have an aesthetic preference, so I don't think that really matters to me personally.
Nick, could you pull up that True Rate Me thing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know where to find it?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay, I think it's in the Dropbox folder. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not.
Should I look on here?
Hold on. One sec. Is it in the Dropbox folder?
I could probably pull it up your history.
Drop off.
I don't know where it is, dude.
Okay, I'll try to find
It might be infographics, possibly,
it. Yeah, I'll work on it.
if you can work on it. But okay, so looks. I just it's hard for me to believe that looks don't matter at all. Has that always been the case for you, or only after you became more religious?
No, I think it's always been the case.
So you wouldn't mind if your kids were ugly
Why would my kids be ugly?
because you dated an ugly person because looks don't matter?
She wouldn't.
No, just because you think somebody is ugly doesn't mean I would think they're ugly.
What
I
if
thought
you
that
both
looks don't
agreed?
matter.
What if you both agreed? Well, you said you don't make. Well, you can't make any determinations to ugliness, right? Because you think everyone's attractive.
Right.
So there would be no point of contention over who's ugly. Well, she could think somebody's ugly, but you would just default to everybody's attractive.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you found it, Nick?
Yeah, I found him. I just have to pull him up.
I just want the guys. I don't want the girls.
Okay.
Do you have the guys?
Yeah, Yeah, I think so.
All right, so we're going to have you look at some photos here, and we're going to just ask kind of your opinion. Can you get it pulled up, please?
Yeah, you want to start at the top?
Yes, at the top, please. All right. Make it a little bigger, please.
Oh, these guys look the
Bigger,
same.
bigger.
I'm trying, it's not working. I think it's maxed.
Oh, okay. Wait, show me the cursor over there.
Are these
Click
guys
it.
models or celebrities?
Some of them are actors.
Just click. Okay, now you should be able to mouse wheel out.
That's hilarious.
Mouse wheel out. More. Sure. Maybe a little bigger, because scroll down a little bit. All right, so you might disagree with specific placements of some of these men, but Francisco Lachowski, that's one that I tend to often show individually. Nick, how long has Big Labia Matter been up?
Oh, sorry.
How long have you had that? Okay. Go ahead. Scroll down. Okay. Keep going. Just scroll down. You know what? Just scroll all the way down to the bottom. All the way. Immediately down to the bottom. Scroll back up a little bit. Okay. So no differentiation between the men at the bottom and the men at the very top?
No, because
Lol Paladins donated $69. Rachel Wilson 7 out of 10. Rachel Wilson's sandwich is 10 out of 10. This woman is like when you ask if she cares about height, they always say no, but then you find out her boyfriend is 6 feet 2.
What?
your assumption is wrong. But
Okay, thank you, Law Paladins. Thank you. I just showed you the thing. What were you about to say? Go ahead.
Well, I think that was pretty. I don't know. I do think everybody on there is attractive. Obviously, the ones at the top had some work done and are like I don't know. They definitely looked a little too plastic. They looked even AI to me. And the guys at the bottom obviously looked, like they've been in an accident or, there was some like deformation within the birth or something like that. So, but that doesn't, I don't see that as ugly, and I don't see them as good looking, attractive.
Do you see it as less attractive than the guys at the
No,
top?
definitely not.
What? Girly.
Hold on. Okay, bring it back. Scroll it up to the top. Don't show us the bottom. Okay. Just show us from 10 to 8. Okay. All right. Now just bring us to 5. Where? Okay, Jonah Hill. So, no, you can't make any differentiation here, any discernment here between the men at the top and the men who are average.
No.
Can I ask a question?
I can't
Can
even
I ask may I ask a question to you?
reason with somebody like this.
How would you define your personal style? Like how you dress?
But she's also a 10.
No, just like
My personal style, I don't know.
how do you choose clothing that you buy? Like for example, the dress you're wearing.
I guess it depends on the occasion, and I don't know.
But
It's
do you
very
find
casual, comfortable? I don't know what your
well, I'm just saying, like, if you were in a store and you had to pick because you couldn't buy everything in the store, would you gravitate towards certain items of clothing over others?
Yes, definitely.
Why?
Like, because you think they're prettier than others, maybe?
No, it's like saying. I guess it's just what fits me. Like, obviously, I'm gonna choose a T-shirt over a crop top, or, stuff like that.
Wait, question. Okay, question. Hold on. So, do you think that being attractive confers benefits in life?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so if you're physically good looking, maybe it means you'll get treated better by people. You will have better dating prospects. You might have opportunities financially or with a job that you wouldn't otherwise have. Even in jobs that have really nothing to do with the physical appearance, they've actually found that, for example, in business, CEOs or, whatever, in corporations, people who are better looking tend to be promoted more frequently at more regular intervals, get more raises, etc.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so knowing that, and you do agree though that being physically attractive confers certain benefits
Yes.
in life. Okay, so maybe you aren't able on your own level, you're not able to make determinations as to any given person's attractiveness. But do you acknowledge that some people are more attractive than others, or no?
Well, here we have a beauty standard. And so, yes, by that beauty standard, yes, I agree.
Okay, so even on your own personal level,
Okay.
knowing that you don't make any discernments when it comes to physical attractiveness, you don't factor it in terms of who you would date. Wouldn't you want to have kids?
Of course.
Okay. Would you agree that you'd want to confer as many benefits to your children as possible?
No. Well, of course, but not in the terms of like how they look physically.
But even knowing that being physically attractive confers benefits throughout life, you wouldn't want to confer that benefit onto your children by, for example, choosing to partner with and marry and have children with somebody who's physically attractive.
No, I would rather choose someone who's less physically attractive and, whatever standards you're referring to. And
And a good person.
Yeah.
Let's assume the good-looking person's also a good person.
Then that doesn't matter. Then I'm not looking at their physical. Then he's a good person. Of course, I'm going to pick that person.
Well, what if you had the choice between two people who are both good people? One was more physically attractive. Or you wouldn't be able to even discern.
Yeah.
You looking at two people, you wouldn't even be able to determine which one's more physically attractive.
Yeah, because I would think about why do I determine this person as more attractive? Depend on what scale and, like.
The objective beauty scale, I guess.
Then I'd rather not.
Lol Paladins donated $500.
Okay, they want you
mute
muted.
this troll. She decided to triple down rather than admit she was lying. Would rather you talk about literally any other topic.
Yeah, we'll move it on. I'm not really sure what angle, how to exactly approach this. Let me ask you one more question, though, right before we mute it. So, is it because you don't want to, like, is this actually how you think, or you just don't want to admit on a podcast that, like, because you feel it would be mean
No.
or insensitive, or it wouldn't be nice to actually admit that there are differences in physical appearance?
I think there are differences, but again, I think that's on a beauty standard that I don't go with.
Okay, so he did want to mute you. Okay, we're going to mute you. I guess just my whole thing is, like, looking at those guys who are at the top of that, the photos or whatever, and then the guys who are in the middle at the 5 or 4, or even the guys at the very bottom. I mean, I question your ability to make logical and reasonable decisions if presented with, like, the genetic gift that some of those men would be able to confer to your children. Leaving aside just strictly your own selfish reasons for, like, what you find aesthetically pleasing, like, you saying that I would just as quickly pick one of those men at the very bottom over the men at the top is just, to me, is like crazy.
I think that's a little shallow then.
Well, but you have makeup on, right? And
Right.
regardless of how anyone here feels about makeup was designed to make women look more visually appealing to men. Like, blush is how a woman looks when she is flushed and fertile and healthy. Like, full eyebrows are a mark of youth, and same thing, full hair, same thing. Like all of makeup is designed to make you look more fertile, more youthful, more beautiful, and you're participating in makeup. So whether you can admit it or not, on some level, you conform to a universal beauty standard.
Well, no,
I'm sorry.